Hey guys, welcome back. This is New Pen Day Part 2, the sequel, whichever. These are two of the remaining three pens that I mentioned that I had purchased for the month of June, which I think I'm probably most excited about these because one, well, you know what? Let's just get into it. So these were my Memorial Day purchases from Goldspot. This is a Benu Scepter VI, which took me a little while to figure out that 6 was the colorway, which is interesting. I've only owned one other Benu before this, so whatever. And then this is the Kaweco Supra, which I was kind of excited about because, well, I'm not kind of excited about it. I am excited about it, or else I wouldn't have purchased this. I first saw these, heard about these when Drew Brown had done a short when he was still with Goulet pens, where he was going through the Supra and how it's like a pocket pen and whatnot. Because I love the thought of pocket pens. I have Kawecos and the little baby pocket pen, and I had also purchased a Sailor, a small Sailor. But I'm gonna be honest, the Sailor is where it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly cool, but there's something wrong with the resin, and as you guys can tell by the last video I did, the last New Pen Day video, I have issues when there's stuff wrong with the resin. I can't stand to look at it. I'm not a perfectionist, but whatever. Okay, so that's these two pens. I plan on opening them up and inking them because by the time you see this video, most likely you've already seen these in my June currently inked. Because of this way that this month is shaping up to be, everything is just going to be a jumble out of order kind of mess, but it'll all roll out eventually. All right, let's start with the Benu first. So the Benu is, like I said, it is the Scepter VI, and just like the other Benus, it comes with an ink cartridge should you want it. I do not. And it comes with some paperwork. And I thought it had come with a little leather case like the other one did, but I guess this one doesn't. Okay, well, that's fine. Then it comes in this little cardboard box, and you open it up, and spoiler, I already opened this because I was so excited. But wow, look at this. I never thought that I would like one of these pens because it looks, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it looks like a scepter. So aptly named. But if you can see this, like, it is just so freaking pretty. The faceting on it, the gray and gold, is just so nice. And then it has a little gold colored nib here. And it fits perfectly fine. It does not post, but again, if you watch the last video, you know that I don't post pens anyway because I fidget with this while I write. And it has like it's on the heavier side for me personally. I always tap my chest like you guys can see this for me personally. But it's not so heavy that I think it's going to hinder the writing because I can slide my hand kind of further up and it makes it more balanced in a way. I will say it is heavier than my other Benu, my first Benu that I got. This is a oh man, my brain. Euphoria. This is vodka on the rocks. So this one is lighter and it is bigger size wise. But they're still, they look, they look like sister pins almost. This has like the blue, what is this called? Holographic plastic. I'll put it on the screen. I can't think of the word for it. Whatever. I'll let you guys in on a little shop talk, a little secret. I'm actually recording this video really late on Monday, right after I did the voiceover for the first June weekly video, because I am crazy, even though I needed to go to bed. I was like, oh, I can fit it in while that other one exports. Oh, it's fine. Okay, well, tangent complete. All right, so this one right here is a medium, and it is absolutely just writes so nicely. I have the Sorrows of Young Werther inked up in it by Wearing Gold. And then I got this one in a fine because I didn't want to get another medium, even though I love this medium so much. I want to have at least 2 nib sizes if I'm getting another pen. And I think they look so good together. Like, this definitely has the blue-green thing going on, but between, like, come on. They're so pretty. And in this pen, I am going to be putting, what did I decide I was going to put in here? Oh, in one of the new ink videos that you guys haven't seen yet, that I talked about in my weekly, that I'll probably be redoing and re-recording anyway, I picked up a bottle of Lennon Toolbars sesame oil, and so I'm going to be putting that in here because the kind of brown situation happening. Honestly, I would have put Star Spattered Hill in here, but I still have Star Spattered Hill in here, so there's no need to do that. Okay, so that is the color that I'm going to put in here. This is the pen. I'm now going to move to the Kaweco and look at that, and then I'm going to go ink up both of them and come back and do writing samples. Okay? All right. So the Kaweco. Let's take a look at this guy. Pretty standard box. Oh, I forgot. I got one of the little bookmarks, the nib-shaped bookmarks from Goldspot. I put that in there. All right, standard stuff. Little booklet, sticker. You almost can't even see it in here. You got to kind of change it. Like, there you go. This pen, guys, this is so cool. I'm so excited about this. So if you can see, there's a faceted, not faceted. There's a section right here. Segmented, that's the word I'm looking for. Let's move this out of the way and see if it helps it focus at all. Okay, so there is a section right here that you can tell is different from the other ones. The finial is just like kind of printed on there. It's not metal or anything, and it just says Kaweco Supra Germany, and it is kind of like a brushed aluminum. It is very light. Hang on, let me do this. Okay, just kidding. It is the same weight as this one, which is still heavier than the other one, the Benu Euphoria. But the cool thing about this, if you didn't know about these, is that it is a normal sized fountain pen, if you want it to be. And I apologize if this metal sound is driving you insane. I get it, but it is an aluminum pen, so what are you going to do? It has a really pretty nib on it with a little bit of scroll work. And it is kind of a little bit on the smaller side, but not bad. But can you see the threading here? There's threading here because you can thread the cap on it. Oh, sorry about the squeaking. I really am. And you can turn it into a much longer pen. You can post it, and you don't have to. If you're like me and you talk with your hands a lot, your pen cap's not going to go flying. Although, again, I don't usually post mine, but with this one, it doesn't feel too bad. I kind of like it. But the magic of this pen, if you didn't know, is the fact that it converts. Oh my gosh, this squeaking. Maybe I'll have to do something about that. I don't know. So you unscrew the nib section here, and you can see it comes with a clear cartridge. And then you unscrew this middle section, which it's going to come, it has just like a standard blue cartridge. And then you screw these two together. And now you have a teeny tiny whittle pen. How cute is that? And then if you have big hands, you just screw the cap back on it. And it is a perfectly normal size pen. It doesn't feel weird like the weight is off or anything like that. But I think this is so cool, especially since it's like screw top, like it very securely like this. I can see this as being like the perfect kind of travel pen. You just toss it in your pocket. And I know that, Kawecos themselves are perfectly fine, but this feels so much more secure, like a capsule almost. And then you can see, let me zoom in just a little bit. You can see size-wise, it is just a little bit smaller than a normal Kaweco Sport style. This is my honey Kaweco. think I might keep it the small size, honestly, when I write with it this month. Oh, and the color that I'm going to be putting into this one is Yama-Budo, because 1, I want this color inked. 2, I know it's very well behaved. The one potential issue is that I got the extra fine, because when I was looking through my Kaweco pens and looking at which nib sizes I had, I had 1 extra fine, so I got another one. And yes, I have nibs that I can change around, but still. So, and I've had them before, and since they're German, the extra fines are more like fines, so I'm not too worried about it. This is so tiny. So tiny. Actually, wait, I can't write with it in the smaller size because it's going to be a June pen, which means it's going to be inked all June. So that means I need to use a converter, which I did purchase. It is in a baggie. So, oh, here we go. Over here. I can get this out of here. I purchased a standard international converter for this. And also, just put that on there. Make sure that that's sliding around just a little bit. Make sure that's tight. Sorry, it was just getting a little bit loose. And then I also got a black clip for it. Especially a pen like this is going to go flying across the desk if I'm not careful. So I wanted to make sure I got a clip for it. Speaking of clips, here's a random thing for you. I've been looking at getting a Renga pen, and they are like my Carolina Pen Company pen where it doesn't have a clip or anything, and it drives me nuts because I'll put it down and it just rolls away. So if like I have to be really careful when I write with it outside and stuff. I was looking on, oh my God, what is the name of that? Peyton Street Pens, I think. And they have roll stops that they'll install for you if you buy the pen from them. It's kind of like a little elaborate ornamental thing that they, I think, epoxy to it so that when it starts to roll, it just stops because it hits that thing and you don't have a clip with it. I thought that was kind of cool. I confess I am still new to the fountain pen world. I just got into it last year in 2024, so I'm still finding cool, neat things. Okay, where do I want to put this? Like, I don't want to scratch it. I don't want to scratch this logo up. Maybe if I, oh God, okay. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That slid right on there perfectly. It will drive me a little insane that this is a little bit, the black is a little bit off in color. Oh, I don't want to move that much because I'm scared it's going to scratch it. But yeah, I like it. You can see it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I also forgot to tell you, and I wrote this down, that normal price for, and this was Goldspot at the time. I'm sure there are other websites that might have different prices, like Jet Pens or wherever you buy your pens. But this Benu Scepter VI was originally $123. And with the Memorial Day sale, I got it for $73.80. So awesome. And then this one, the Supra, the Kaweco Supra, is originally $140. And I got this on sale for $84 for the Memorial Day stuff. So I don't usually shop fountain pen sales on holidays or anything like that. But one of the viewers, Molly, kept talking about all the different sales she was seeing. So I finally caved and went and looked. And I told myself I wasn't going to, but I mean, such good deals. Such good deals, I had to. Darn it. Anyway, I am really excited about these. I am going to go and ink this with Yama-Budo and this with sesame oil, and then I will come back and do a quick writing. See you in just a second. Okay, we're back. I have my dip pen here, and just like the video I recently did with the Edison Collier Stardust, I'll do a little bit of an ink swatch, and then I'll write with the pen. So let's do Yama-Budo first. Because I haven't inked this one up in a while, even though I know I did my March Ink Madness I still haven't seen it on the page in a while, so I kind of want to do that one. It's such a pretty color. It's like Roran Klinger's Solferino that I actually had in the previous video as well. But when it sheens really pretty. This is one of the sheening inks that I actually adore and love. But it is going in an extra fine. So I don't know how that's going to work out exactly. Sorry if that was noisy. I was trying to clean off the edge of the pen, the dip pen. All right. And then, like I said, I put this in the Supra. By the way, I went to ink this up and realized I had put the cap down too far past this segment line here, which meant that it scraped as I was opening. I don't know if you can see it a little bit, but whatever. I buy my pens to use them. Yes, I want them to stay pretty as long as possible, but to me, I don't know. I use my pens. So here comes the squeaky. Woohoo! Okay. Also, you know what I found interesting is look how big this pen is, and look how little this nib is. Like, look at just the nib sizes. That's just hilarious to me. Like this, I feel like this pen needs a bigger nib. I would like to know why it's so small. All right, anyway, first time writing with this. Let's see if it writes well out of the box. I haven't even scribbled with it or anything. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna say that it is oh, perfect. Perfect right off the bat. And again, if you haven't watched a lot of my videos, I have a difficult time speaking while I'm writing, so just bear with me. I know a lot of people give Kaweco crap for like the quality assurance of their nibs, but I've never really had a problem with these. It does feel a little stiff, I won't lie. I think you can probably hear it scribbling around on the page. But it's not bad. I'm sure it'll break in a little bit. This is in aluminum, black. Let's just do little squiggles here. And then let me make sure that I colored in that circle completely this time, because if you watch the last video, you know what I'm talking about. So, oh my God, this is so pretty. It is an extra fine. I guess I forgot to put that there. So I'm probably not going to really see the sheening much when I write with it, unless I probably press down pretty hard. But let's take a quick close-up. You see that? It's still wet, but you should be able to see the kind of green gold sheen that's developing. And it writes perfectly fine. It's really nice. Again, extra fine, so, you know, it is what it is for that. And then in the Benu Scepter VI, I put the Lennon Toolbars Sesame oil, which I had this on a wait list, it feels like for forever, at Yoseka, and it finally came in again. And I'm completely losing my mind because at first we do the ink swatching test, which I feel like this is taken away. Well, you know what? By the time this video comes out, the June currently inked will already have been out, so I guess it's okay. I guess it's fine. That got too much ink on the little dabbler end of this. Goodness, that just looks like flooded. It is, I wasn't going to get this this ink color because I felt like it was probably overhyped. But I bit the bullet, and I'm actually really glad I did. I really like this color. I think I'm on the verge of having all of the brown inks that I'll need because I have so many different shades now. I'm pretty excited about it. I need to go through it again. Oh, sorry. I'm just throwing stuff off my desk. No big deal. Okay. So this one is a fine. And okay, so it needed a little bit of oomph to get it going. This writes a little bit more firm than the Vodka on the Rocks, but I mean, this is a big juicy medium nib, so that makes sense. And this is in the Scepter VI, and that's just the color and the thing. So I'll say that it's a fine here, and then I'll do the lines, which I realize now that there's a space here. We're going to try not to be so OCD about it, but no guarantees. It actually puts out a lot of ink with the decent amount of pressure at towards the end, which is nice. I was a little bit worried about my decision to put such a light brown in a fine nib, but it's turning out really nice. I like it. And it will flex a little bit if I want it to. You can see right there, adding a little bit more to it. It feels really good to write with. It's like a, how do I describe this? If you don't have one of these pens and you have, I mean, like I have normal female sized hands, it is kind of tapered and then it's thicker back here. So when you're gripping it, it feels really good when you write with it. Although we really do have to talk about this teeny tiny nib. Like that's borderline silly looking. What's the nib size on this one? Yeah, look at what is happening? Why did they do that? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so let me cap this back up and close the ink. And then I'll also just very briefly show you what a medium nib looks like. For these, I'm just going to do it on a different page. So this one is the Benu Euphoria. It's Vodka on the Rocks. So, pretty standard. It's probably getting pretty low on ink because I've had this inked up for so long. Oh, also, this is Wearing Gold. Sorrows of Young Werther. Which I am addicted to this color, by the way, because it's like the chroma shader that kind of goes yellow when it does it. Also, I did the same thing over here that I did before with I didn't put the ink colors, but so, you know, whatever, we went through it. And then right next to this, so that you can see an easy comparison, this nib is definitely firmer, probably because it's so darn tiny, honestly. And then, yeah. Take my time with it a little bit. And this is Lennon toolbar. Sesame oil. So it's not too bad. It is the right size fine for me. Much finer than that. I don't like it. So let's do, oh no. Oh, sorry about that. My mic flew off. All right, let's do a close up so you can check it out. Let me try to get everything to focus for us here. There we go. Oops, I bumped the camera. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. You can see that color. You can see that it does offer some shading. It definitely is a firmer nib. And then over here, our original ones with the Yama-Budo. And then the sesame oil there, which is still not dry yet. Very nice. Very happy. I like it. So that one's this one. Looks a little bit odd that this one is magenta, but whatever, you know. Can do what I want. They're my pens. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, please thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Thanks. Bye. These are my oh my God. Memorial Day sale buy purchases. Oh God.